Hi everybody, how we doing? Oh, you know what? Jake, remember how I was like popped on a call at you super fast? I was like, oh, let me set the stream up. I don't think I set it up all the way. I don't think I set it up all the way. What do you think?
That looks fine.
It looks fine? You think
Looks fine.
so?
Yeah.
It's fine. We just go with that?
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sounds good.
I think it's
well,
better.
you know, yeah, that's way better.
I mean, I think you just got improved as like humans. Or whatever you are. There we go. Hi everybody, how we doing today? Oh, I was like, oh, you're all in the right spots? You're not. And of course it's gonna cause an issue. Because for me to switch you guys around causes issue. Oh yeah, that's right. Jake snuggles me in this campaign, doesn't he? Yeah, in this one Jake snuggles me. Usually it's Tyler that snuggles me. There we go. Oh, what's up, everybody? Oh, if you Cell was literally like, I was counting down, and so I was like, actually, can I go to the bathroom real quick? And I was like, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, I had like the start of like the need to go to the bathroom. I was like, if I don't go now, I'm gonna have to really need to go an hour in, and then I'm gonna have to wait another hour. So it'd be like that, guys.
It is session 7. Wait, hold on. Keegan said it's still session 7. Actually, I'm pretty sure I went to video producer, looked up the most recent session, which was 6. 6 was on the 22nd, which is 7 days ago, and I changed it to session 7, which is correct. So, yeah, Keegan, it is session 7, sir.
Keegan, Sir Keegan.
I mean, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, but he's saying it's still session 7, meaning like...
I think you're just being sensitive.
No. There were 2 session 6s?
Session 6s.
No, I think what happened was we had to end the stream at one point and start it back up again. So there's 2 because we had like it died at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like it's not a full session for either of those 6s. So what's up, guys? Doing well? Aside from everybody, is everybody here tired?
I'm alright.
I'm okay.
Well, it's like noon for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah.
The funny part is, it's not like noon, like, oh, you're 9 hours behind us. It's noon because it's noon the next day. It's like so far ahead of us, it's noon the next day, which is crazy. So. Oh, Green's tired. Oh. Viking, what are you having for lunch? Were you saying something to Green, sir?
Oh, it's 3 a.m. That's like way past Green's bedtime.
You don't tell a grown man what his bedtime is.
No, he just knows to go to bed early because he's like a really good sleep schedule, which is like really good. It's commendable.
Commendable.
It is.
I mean, what's a sleep schedule?
Exactly.
The only time I schedule my sleep is when I'm doing my obnoxiously early Friday morning sessions with Patreon. Then I schedule what time I have to go to sleep on Thursday, including like I have a set time I take my what's it called? The M drug that makes you fall asleep.
Melatonin.
Yeah.
Melatonin. Yeah, melatonin.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
I got these here.
Dude, I'm like asleep by 9:30
Really?
most days. Yeah.
That's way too early. That's like I fall asleep by 9:30 when I have to be up at 2:30 in the morning for the Patreon session. That's it. That I try to be asleep by 9. I'm definitely asleep by 9:30 those days. So.
Why? You're a freak anyway. I don't know how you do it.
No. Well, I do that because I have to sleep at that time so I can wake up to do the session, right? Because I want to get at least 5 hours before because then when I wake up at 2:30, we start a session at 3:30 a.m. And then as soon as the session ends, I finish getting Rory ready, drop her off at the in-laws, then go straight to work all day, come home, have about like 45 minutes with the family, including eating dinner. No, actually, no, I'm not even with the family. I come home, relax for a little bit, maybe take a shower, and then jump right into going live. Because usually Brittany shows up right as I'm going live, super conveniently.
I go to sleep at 9:30. I wake up at 7. I get my daughter up. We eat breakfast. I drop her off at school. I kind of take a nap. I start working at 9:30, 10. I take an hour and a half lunch around 12. I finish up around 4, and then I pick her up from school and make dinner, kind of take another nap, wake up, and then go to bed at 9:30.
Oh, I squeak in little naps here and there if I can. Like when I got home from work today was an obnoxious day. After I literally I got home, went into the backyard on the swing set, called Brittany's phone. She answered like, "Oh, are you just leaving work now?" I was like, "Oh, can you put me on speaker so I can text Rory?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Rory, I'm all alone on the swing set." So like we played outside for a little bit, played a game of Uno, and then I totally crashed for 20 minutes before I woke up to hop on a call with Jake for 6 minutes. So.
Yeah, and Fitz shower naps are a thing. They're fantastic.
Dude, shower naps. Oh my god. Well, you've seen my shower. I have like a seat. I have like one of those built-in seats in my shower, like, so I get to like grandpa nap in the shower. Like, it's the best. The best.
Yeah, you didn't put that seat in though. It was there when you bought the house, right?
I know. It's so good.
So, well, yeah, but all I'm thinking about is everybody else who sat on that seat in that shower.
Well, hopefully you've cleaned it.
I mean, you
at least
Like,
once.
like
there's
definitely.
there's only so much bleach can do.
My shower yells at me. It has like something wrong with it, and it just makes a high pitched squeak or shrieking noise.
Wait, why?
It just does.
Because it saw you naked. I don't know.
That's weird.
I think it's from the pipes or something, so I can't enjoy showers.
So
It's probably air in your water, actually.
So the shower that I'm referencing that has like the little seat or whatever built into it, it actually has like a typical hot cold thing like any other shower does. But then there's a spot where it gets to, and you hop over a bump, and from that point you're over 100 degrees, and it goes up to 110 degrees. So you can actually control it from 100 to 110 degrees, which it doesn't. The hot water does not last long. So understand, like once you hop that bump, your shower is very limited for time. But I usually will hop right up to that 110 mark because I don't know. You can't do it like as soon as you step in, right? You'll burn your skin. But you acclimate for a second and then you just go right up to it, and you just take one of those showers where like you come out and you're beet red, and oh, I love it so much.
Am I like one of the only freaks who likes to sit there in cold water for like 5 minutes before the end of the shower?
I mean, in the summertime, sure, yeah,
No.
sure, but not in the winter. Like no, because like I keep my house at like 63 degrees, so hell no. Oh. I'll come out, my balls will freeze off. You know what I mean?
You know what showers
testicles. Get it? Because it's like ice. But
I want showers to have like what thermostats have for the water temperature,
yeah,
where it gives like exact numbers.
yeah. No, you can absolutely get that. So I won't lie. I've thought about putting that in at some point. Like obviously not anytime soon. But what you do is you could actually get a shower booster. So what it is, it's actually a thing that sits just off of your shower, so in your bathroom, not down with your typical water heater, right? It actually the water will pass through its own heater, like its own like conduit or whatever there, and it'll be to a digital dial. So you literally have a touchscreen digital dial in your shower, and it sets the temperature. It actually will control that temperature in that little booster right there. And the cool thing about that is that they're way more efficient when it comes to heat management. So you're not just like blowing through a ton of reserved hot water downstairs. It actually heats it up here more than down there. And this is a heat on demand versus a stored heat system. So it's again way more energy efficient, which is of course better for the environment. Though most likely you're taking longer showers. So
I like long showers. Not that I take them with a shower that yells at me.
why is it yell at you?
Dude, it just screeches. It makes a high pitch like squeak.
You probably just have to do one of two things. One, change the shower head, so you know,
It's
22 bucks.
It's a rented apartment.
But how long do you intend to be there?
I move out in July and I move into a different apartment.
Oh, never mind. But if you're like,
Yeah.
if you're like,
I'm 3 years. Like
No. You misunderstand. If you move into an apartment and you realize I hate the shower head, the first thing you do, like that first week or two, you buy a new shower head. You take off the old one. You store it, and then you put it back. And you bring it with you, like right. And then you just remember Teflon tape. I remember you go against the. You know what Teflon tape is?
Oh.
Go to the hardware store and say, "May I have Teflon tape?" And they'll say, "Sure, buddy, come here." And then you'll get this tape that's made out of Teflon. It's weird and thin. And the important thing to note is whereas it's lefty loosey, righty tighty for like screwing things on and off, you go opposite the way you screw it on. So you actually go around to the left with Teflon tape and you screw it on to the right with the shower head. If you don't do that, you'll have water spraying out everywhere. And you're like, why did I ruin life? So it's important to put it onto the left with Teflon tape and screw it on. So I feel like a dad. Am I a dad right now? Am I being a dad?
This isn't actually D&D. You're now on the podcast of old men
Listen.
talking about how to make your life slightly less miserable than it is already. So,
I know.
just get a new shower head, and
I've-
maybe you won't kill yourself today.
I've been taught a lot by my dad, but it's mostly like car stuff that I don't care about and that isn't important to me right now at all. My dad works at a repair shop. God, English is hard.
No, exactly. Meta, it's probably not the shower head though. It's probably the mixing valve. Now, I mean, mixing valves aren't very expensive unless it's the shower style where it is very expensive. So if it's like a $12 mixing valve that you get at like Home Depot, no biggie. Totally replace the mixing valve. It's very easy to do. Just fucking Google it. Just look it at YouTube. But if it's one of those mixing valves, they're like $63. Nope. Just deal with the squeaking shower. Not worth it. You're not taking that back out when you move. Not worth it.
I've already dealt with it for like 3.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter
Yeah,
because you're moving out soon. But if you're going to be there for a year and you identify it in less than a month, it's worth it for a mini thing that you can take with you and
Yeah.
it's super cheap.
No, I agree.
But again, if it's like a $63 mixing valve that's staying here when you go, because depending on the hardness of the water, there's going to be corrosion on it when you leave. Like, you don't want to bring that with you, too. Like, I don't know. It's like, call me old school. It's something that grandma and mom used to always say. But it's like when I move, I don't bring my old broom. You bring a new broom to the new house.
Wait,
That might be weird.
why?
You always bring a new broom.
If
to the
one's
new
not
house.
like, if it's not like super nasty, why does it matter?
It's just something that mom and grandma always talked about. It's just something that. Listen, I get it. I know it's weird. You just leave the broom sitting in the corner of one of the rooms, and you move out. You just leave the broom there, and you buy a new broom, and you go to the new place.
I mean,
So.
I can't say I'm too upset about the stuff that was left here. Like, there's a for my window, there's like I guess like a drape or like a bar. So so I got the sheet right here. I need it. This leaks light because my window faces the inside of the apartment complex, and there's just bright white blue lights.
Wait,
all night.
that window faces a hallway?
It faces outside, but it's like the stairwell up.
Oh,
That's outside
gotcha.
for all the apartments all the way up.
Yeah. So it faces the stairwell.
Yeah, well, it faces the apartment across, it just faces basically pavement and rocks and wall.
Can you just like watch the people over there?
I could, but it's not like it could be discreet.
So no, you can. You just get like a cell phone, right? And you get like a tripod, right? And you just press like record, right?
Yeah,
then-
for the
and you
window
just, like-
across that also has blinds.
Well, I mean, they have blinds, and then why are we even talking about it? It's not even fun.
Yeah, so I can't see the sun.
Hi, Jake.
We should
Sorry,
So
I was
should
just
I-
doing some banking while you're having your podcast session.
Jake's like, I don't give a shit. Can we just fight a fire elemental already?
No, can we not though?
Oh, not fight a fire elemental. All right. Hi, Joey.
That didn't happen. Can we just like rewind a bit?
No.
While you're killing countless creatures.
I didn't kill anything. Tessel did. Okay, let's be clear. I am no mass
Sure.
murderer.
That's debatable.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so to be clear, if your neighbors across the way didn't have blinds, phone or no
No.
phone?
No, what
okay,
the fuck?
okay.
Yeah, obviously
That's
no phone. Like,
extremely-
getting caught is half the fun, right?
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. You want to make
Yeah.
eye contact for that second and a half. That's right. There you go.
That's right.
God.
All right.
Whoever breaks eye contact first is the bottom, right?
True. They the sub, dude.
Team Godzilla or Team Really, Jessica?
It's not a question. It's Godzilla wins 1,000,000% of the time. It. How? Guys, if you guys think King Kong can win in any fight against Godzilla, you've never like done any understanding of Godzilla or
Excuse
King
me.
Kong.
You're saying primate versus reptile.
A reptile that's bigger
I'm team
and-
mammal. Team mammal.
and that
Team
doesn't
mammal.
die. It could get nuked. Godzilla gets stronger when he gets nuked.
Listen, call me prejudiced, but I'm team mammal.
You're
Sorry.
just incorrect. That's all I have to
Primate.
say.
Primate power. All right, so let's go.
And
So,
Scott's
last
only
session.
saying because I saw his mom's 23andMe and there's a lot of Neanderthal in there. That's all I'm saying.
Pronounced Neanderthal. There probably is. There probably is a lot of Neanderthal in there. We do have
That
some,
wasn't a joke.
we have some serious brow. You know what I mean? Like some. I mean, I got the 5 head going on. We got some serious like forward brow. Get that
I
wide
imagine-
nose.
I imagine
I
I
got
don't
that
have
too.
much.
That's just hair loss. But, yeah.
Nope. Same hairline. Same hairline since you met me, baby. That's
Whatever
right.
makes you feel better. Anyway, can we get to what happened last session?
Excuse me one second. I have to purge Viking for a second. Let me just slash
Yeah.
time out Viking Magoo 1. Bam. Problem solved. All right. So let's last session. Y'all spent a lot of time talking to pixies. Started a fire. Well, you didn't start it, but you didn't light it, but you were trying to fight it. Anyways, you ran away. Tons of things died. It was blamed on you. And some lady of the woods threatened you.
Yeah.
And yeah. That
So
was
the
that.
important question is, can I remove the exhausted debuff now?
Yeah. Do I get?
Well, does Cell wake your character up?
Nope.
Oh, you allow him to. You just sit there like hugging your knees, rocking back and forth, and sobbing to yourself.
Less than that, sitting, just kind of probably silent crying a bit, but like mostly just trying to think. He figures if the environmental appears, he'll just run and lead it away. Because we can't fight it in the state we are, so we have to rest still.
Okay, so more or less, you're just like you're hoping that things kind of work out or whatever it is, and you let them continue resting. Well, while you're sleeping there, the likelihood of whatever it is that you guys are being threatened by encountering you is pretty slim. I'd say it's a less than 10% chance. Who would you like to roll D100 in chat? And in the meanwhile,
No way.
Nick, when it's removed, you still have the fatigue condition, just so that you're aware. Okay.
I get fatigue now, right? Because I've already rested. I'm just on watch.
Yeah, you only had fatigue before prior.
No,
right?
I was exhausted.
Oh, yes, and that would remove to fatigue, yeah. Or technically, when the sleeping is done, yeah.
Okay. Safe.
Funny enough, I chose between 81 and...
Okay. Yeah, get out of here.
Okay, so, anyways, yeah, you were able to, finish resting without interruption beyond anything that's already been described, the sudden disappearance of the fire, the voice that you heard, etc., etc. While you're sitting there, because you have time before they must wake, excuse me, does your character any good at survival? Is this something you would even attempt, or would you just wait till Nick awakens?
I'd probably... How's my climb looking? No, I probably wouldn't climb a tree. I'm still fatigued.
Wouldn't it
So
be a matter
he's-
of tree? Because at the top area where you are, there were kind of like almost like cairns nearby, like stones that were nearby. You could climb those stones, but certainly not a tree. Not if you're up on this hill.
I mean, he'll try to. I mean, he wouldn't. He doesn't want to get lost and cause more problems.
Okay. Then, gentlemen, eventually you wake up. Nick, you are reduced from exhausted to fatigue, and Jake, you're sitting pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Woot.
Cool. So, you guys wake up in the morning, and I imagine you noticed, all of you, that the fire is gone. Actually, I think you woke
I
them up
told them.
already and told them. But you guys can get out and look and see that the fire is gone. More than that, you can see, which beforehand you didn't, you can see exactly how massive the fire burned patch is. It's not like trees grew back in the morning or anything like that, right? Like, there's a huge area, swaths of trees were consumed by the raging inferno that had burned the day before. So yeah, you can definitely see there's some chaos had reigned off in that direction, but it's all gone now. There's still bits of ash particulates kind of floating in the sky, kind of like tail end of winter, pale morning light. You go and like move a blanket or something like that, and you see like tons of dust like inside the beams of light. It's kind of like you see that all over, but it's ash. Still trying to settle from the fires that were burning the night beforehand. Obviously, characters witness this. What do you choose to do? Oh, Rex.
Once they get through with whatever morning protocols they have to deal, I'll tell you. It's best I tell you now. A creature, one of the Fae, a powerful one. It visited while you rested. In a sense, it gave a rather grave threat to me. It stopped the fires, but it made the fires into a creature full of hatred, rage for me. It's going to hunt me.
Well, did we accomplish most of what we needed to here? Because I'm ready to go back. I've had enough of this forest for now.
Yeah, I think now we just got to find our way out.
That would require a survival check from you, Nick. Hey,
So that's a no.
I want to point something out. I'm sorry, I almost said Tesh. Cell, your shirt really bothers me. If you like rise it up or make it closer to the camera for everybody. See, the problem is the D4. Your shirt is a table and it's standing vertical, and it shows the 4 rolled to the maximum die. The D6 is standing vertical and it shows the 6 on top. It's the maximum die. Your D8 is not rolled correctly. It's sitting on a different plane. It's no longer sitting on the correct table. It's now facing towards the viewer of the shirt as opposed to stand. And the same thing with the 10, the 12, and the 20. None of those are rolled correctly on a table showing the maximum die rolled. They're just facing towards whoever. Like, that's fine if the D6 was done the same way. That would be okay.
Yeah.
But because of that D6, it just completely breaks the. It makes no sense.
I've never looked at that shirt that much in depth. I just own it.
Well, now you have to own the fact that it's flawed. And then why is it done with dots instead of with numbers?
Because a lot of people still associate the D6 with the dots, and they use those dice for D&D dice if they don't own like a full 6 dice set.
Sure, but I mean, when all the other ones have numbers, so not only is it sitting on a different plane than the rest.
Because the other ones never come with dots.
Fair. I get what you're saying. I own both types, right? I just that D6 ruins the shirt. Ruins it.
Agreed. No, I completely agree.
Anyways, so sorry. Back to the game. Nick, are you going to roll us that check?
Yeah. You guys ready to die?
You know, can we get a Winifred's wisdom for Nick, guys?
Does he have a Winifred? Did anybody get anything?
No, YOLO.
No.
Yes. I can assist him.
Oh my
right?
God, Nick! You could have waited. Luck it, please. We could maybe get 15. We need to get the fuck out of this forest.
Jake, you can still try to assist. You said it prior to his roll.
Yeah, good.
You give him a +2, so he's at a 13. He's gonna luck that die.
I must be lagging. My luck is not. I've clicked the button.
Is this roll 20? I might have to reset the API again. Give me 1 second. This is Roll20's been struggling hard lately. At least the pages are loading pretty quickly. Give me 1 second to reset the API.
Let's hope you get. Yes, because
It's not going to happen.
you have a 75% chance.
Give it about 10 seconds and then click it again and let's see what happens. It's released the last few days, so all the APIs are probably fucked. Yep, that's true. Okay, why don't you give it a try, sir? Well, 1, it's working, so that's good news. 2, you actually did get luck prior to this. I just didn't click the button because I left to go do something else. I actually left the page, so give me 1 second. I'll click it and then you can do it.
All right, we need 75% chance, please. We can do it. Nick, I believe in you. The one rule I need you to do.
Give me 1 second while everything's loading, Nick.
So we're at a 16.
All right, hold up.
Dang, yeah.
Cool. You're good. It went in. So that's 11 plus 2 is 13 plus 3 is 16. All right, and let me get back to my map so I can see what the hell's going on. Here we are. All right, cool. Sorry about everybody. Roll20 having its issues. Nick, from where you are, you notice a few different details. Let me actually drag it over to the other map. I think it's still set up for you guys. It is. Cool. I have to turn vision back on for you. For where you are. Vision is... Oh, yep. I have to give you all of you control again. That's right. I do control by all players. Bam. So now you can see where you are. So from where you are with the DC 16, because of like the height of where it is and everything that you can kind of like see around, you're able to actually discern where it is that you are inside Eldamar. You know that if you were to head directly back east again, it would be a bit of a long trek, but it would eventually bring you out of the forest into your secondary village, at least you believe that's close to where you are. If you head southeast, you'll be able to return eventually home. But there's something more than that that's sticking out, something more than that that's kind of catching your eye. To the south of where you are, give me a moment to actually pull this up for your eyes. To the south of where you are, there's something that catches your eye. There seems to be down there a growth that's absolutely massive. A tree that's absolutely friggin' ginormous. You can definitely see total is 0.5. Let's see how this works. There you go. A tree that's absolutely ginormous. That's down there. We're talking it's growing up so tall. It's growing above all of the canopy that you're seeing around you, with a bit of trunk to spare, and then its canopy above that, while still being several miles away.
Well, then.
You should cut down that tree.
Sam's like, I found a mana tree.
And my axe.
Yo, that's where you should build your, capital, or build a city inside the tree. Okay, I'll just leave.
Yeah, I'm not going to take advice from the guy who wants to be inside a volcano.
To be fair, being in a tree is
pretty cool.
A little bit better than being in a volcano.
A lot of bit better. Let's be clear.
I mean, not
okay?
when you have friends like Cell who just start forest fires. No. It sounds like sabotage. I see what you're trying to do. No, yeah,
He's like that, isn't he? He's always trying to sabotage, like, the other players' kingdoms.
Oh yeah.
There's something
definitely
going on behind the scenes.
I mean, he's such a nice guy. He wants to save these people and give them, the option to work in his mines. They're not getting paid, but they're still free. They're free to choose death if they want.
Tessel did say that was a mistake. Okay, he actually said that in game. That happened.
Sure, made a mistake. That's like apologizing on Twitter. Like, oh, sorry, yeah.
No, it's not. Not when you
Thoughts
just
and prayers.
Yeah,
Thoughts and
thoughts and
prayers.
Oh my
prayers.
god,
Ouch.
that was literally what happened to the forest people, though.
Oh.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, that's what you did. Oh God.
Thoughts and prayers. Ouch.
You saw him. You saw sent prayers, and then
Wow, all this time, all this time, all that repression, and now you're basically cosplaying a Christian. That's
yeah.
Oh, and then I just got the rest of that joke.
oh jeez.
Oh, that's awesome.
Listen,
Oh,
All
that's
right,
funny.
so I'm
Pain.
not gonna make this decision by myself. I want to go to the big tree, obviously, to check it out.
Oh, we
What do
actually
you?
have thoughts and prayers for Varric's Winifred's wisdom. Go ahead, big tree. What?
Oh, thank you.
we can't cut this tree down.
We're going to scout it out.
How long have we been in this jungle? Do we have any idea? It's been over a week.
It's been several days, but over a week maybe. But again, it's one of those things where because you can't easily see the sun, you can't easily track things. It makes it more difficult. You think it's been about a week that's passed. This place is disorienting. Sometimes it's bright lights in the nighttime. Sometimes it's often dark during the day because of how heavily covering the canopy is. So it's a bit disorienting, but you believe it's been about a week, maybe a little more. It's
How
like the
many-
astral plane where you have no clue.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm doing like maths, you know? Yeah, and it takes me like what? Almost takes me like almost a week to get home
Mm-hmm.
from like walking from his capital or something like that.
We'll worry about that afterwards.
I don't believe we have the time for it. I have to get back to my home to rule.
Technically speaking, when you took care of one kingdom month, you can be gone for you plan it. You do your kingdom week at the beginning, like early on. Then you leave for 3 weeks of this month and 3 weeks of next month. You'll be gone for 6 weeks without
Okay.
having to be return. So you should be fine. But it's still up to you if you're like, yeah, we should probably get home.
We should also not be in this forest if the creature that is hunting me decides to attack us.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty weird if a forest guardian had a fire elemental attack us in the forest.
It doesn't have
Probably
control.
just wait till you're on your way home and by yourself, and then you'll get murder hoboed. But
The creature, I believe, is out of the Fae's control.
yeah, Fey
makes you believe
control
that?
is.
It was specifically stated the creature is hunting me with hatred and anger for the pain it's been caused and its fury. So it most likely wouldn't see reason or sense. But I have no knowledge of these magical creatures.
So we got Cell's vote, Jake.
How far is the tree away?
8 miles away, but you can kind of see it on the map right there anyways.
Yeah, it's probably one hex.
I see no issue with scouting it out a little bit. I wouldn't push deep into there, though. We do need to be getting back at some point, and I have had my. Oh, I'm sick of this forest.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of looking to go down one hex and then just cut over to the east.
Then we shall scout it.
All right. I'm probably going to go in the wrong direction from this survival roll that I inevitably have to make. But
Well, no, because you can identify self, at least as of now. Maintaining self,
Okay.
of course, is going to be difficult, but maintaining self is going to be a bit difficult, but identifying it as of now is as easy to do. So your characters, of course, still a bit fatigued and whatnot. You could choose to spend the another day of rest here. If you, oh, hello, Silencio. You could choose to spend another day of rest here if you wanted to, but obviously the proximity of what had just transpired the day beforehand, I don't know if that's interesting to you.
yeah, we should probably move.
If you guys did want to hype train, up to you. I think there's only one position left for advisors. So just to be clear on that one, I think there's just one more left for Jake. Because obviously I know that's going to be pretty heavy what Steve just did right there. So you should probably move. Cool. So why don't you go ahead and... oh, there you go. Well, I should Steve again, and very kind of you, Steve. So what do you guys do? You're going to start heading south. I do need a survival check from you. Jake, you're welcome to roll first to aid him.
Once more, with feeling.
Oh,
Thanks, bud.
that was you weren't gonna roll that 20. Nick, come on, he didn't take it from me.
No. I feel bad for him wasting his 20 on this one I'm about to roll.
Huge number.
Oh.
All right, there we go. So that's a 23 total. And did you want to modify that with luck, or are you happy with how it stands?
Nah, we'll save the luck. I'm gonna need it later.
Okay. So save the luck. That means you guys are going to be able to, with your 23, quickly identify which way is south. Now, again, traveling through these hexes moves very, very slowly because of how difficult things are. But you actually do a legitimately good path, staying south and sticking to south pretty well. One of the things I want to point out pretty quickly as you're heading south is you notice very quickly, and I'm sure it's become very apparent on stream right there, or on the map for you right there, that as you are heading south further and further, you come to a point where the tree line more or less comes to an end, and you come out to huge fields of tall grass, a meadow of flowers. It's so different than anything you've ever seen in Eldamar so far. Eventually, you break through the tree line. This is the first time you've ever done it. And you come out into an area where everything around you, instead of being so tall over your head that you can't even see the sun, you can actually see as you're coming out close to sunset and the sun's settling off to the west, right? West being the left side of the map, right? You can actually see that the grass, the rolling fields, just kind of go on and on and on. Let me actually open up your little minis here's site a little bit. No, that's actually fine to see. So I can actually see it. No, let's open it up a little bit because of how it's supposed to work. You can see. There you go. So you can see that is definitely going to be legitimately plains out here. And there's so many beautiful sights to behold. As you come down to the open plains where you see that this tree, this growing tree that's down here, is not just a tree amongst the forest that's massive. It's a tree amongst the open plains that's massive. When you guys first break the tree line, you're kind of taking all these sights, you can see from where you are still miles away, and now no longer with the vantage point of that high elevation, but like down on the ground level, you can see a tree growing miles ahead of you, way, 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 way overhead, right? So, but just all around as you're walking through the plants, I don't know how far you intend to go, but even just like a little bit of traveling, you can just see the sheer number of butterflies that flutter about in the area of all a great number of different colors and whatnot that kind of like flutter up and about and so on. You can see all these crazy, beautiful sights all around. I do need you to go ahead and roll for me knowledge nature check to anybody who has at least one rank in it. Ooh, forever who the anonymous cheer is. Thank you so much for the anonymous cheer. I don't know if you cheer anonymously if you get daddies. So if that was accidental, or if you do want the daddies, feel free to whisper to me who you are. I'll just have to believe you. So I can make sure you get the appropriate daddies, because I don't know if you get them when you cheer anonymously. But thank you, either way, whoever you are. Okay.
Scott, I just gotta turn my camera off for a second. I've got someone coming to replace something that's gonna walk through.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man. You're fine.
Did we only have one luck in there? Or is it
To be clear, there's only been one luck delivered so far, and it came specifically from Fitz. However, somebody else gave me some daddy's dice. It says, make them work for it. Well, Fitz said, here you go, team. And Sir Keegan said, that's perfect.
Just wasn't sure if it was broken again, and whoever's giving Scott daddies, fuck you. All right.
True. Wow. Wow. Hey, listen, person, you know who you are. I'll call you out. Titan Rogue. Titan Rogue is a wonderful person. We appreciate Titan Rogue here. Can I get 3 cheers for Titan Rogue? Chat, can we get 3 cheers for Titan Rogue, please?
Terrible. I sabotaged this game enough on my own.
So, as a matter of fact, we will name this next character Titan just for that. Just for that, Nick. We'll put an advisor on Jake's council, specifically named Titan, whatever level they might happen to be.
Yeah, he's going to be Tide Pod. That's what I'm going to call him.
You're gonna be a bit toxic, I guess, or the opposite, right? Cleansing.
Yeah, he's got cleansing skills. Need it for all that rancid.
You know, it fits with all Jake's themes. You know, cleansing, being pure.
I just realized you've got the crazy Christian, and then you've got the white supremacist.
You know what? That's a really good point, Josh. He is a millennial. So that does make sense. Wants to eat them Tide Pods. All right. So, anyways, No. I got your person who whispered me. It's up to you. Just whisper me in the future if you do it again. That's all. And I'll make sure I add them to you. All right, back to you, Nick. So, you're coming out into the field and rolling your knowledge nature check with a total of a 19 right there. So with a total of a 19, you're able to see that the bit different butterflies and whatnot coming up. You can't identify what these various creatures. You can identify the butterflies, but no more details beyond them. All the plants, everything you see kind of growing around here, you unfortunately can't identify what most of them are, save one. Remember that situation that happens not too long ago with Tessel's brother? You're actually able to find that herb growing literally along the forest's edge. Along the forest's edge facing west. So it means that it doesn't get sunlight for most of the day, only gets it at the tail end of the day, is where it's going to get its sunlight.
Interesting. I'm going to note that down and maybe harvest some.
Well, the big thing is that you're going to have to be super careful. Because like as you're traveling past them, because you're able to identify them, nobody's going to trip it. Nobody's going to be like, oh, whoops, I kicked up a plume of, but you have to be careful as you pass by those. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
You're not going to try to harvest it?
No, I'm not good at being careful.
Okay. I suppose, know thy flaws. All right, anyways.
I'm not either.
So anyways, the area where you are, it's absolutely grand. It's beautiful. But the other thing that you want to know is that obviously when you're coming through the area that's my brain's not working. When you come through the area that is flowers everywhere, with grass everywhere, you know that the dangers out here are ones that you've never encountered before. You don't know what to expect. In the forest, at least you can identify anything. Out here, you have no clue. Anyways, why don't your characters, are you looking to spend the night before you go to visit that tree the next morning? Or are you saying, we can use a bit of the cover of night. Let's push on today to get there. Mind you, your characters are fatigued.
Yeah, I was going to say we're already fatigued. It'd be better off to try to rest up before we tackle that shit.
Okay. So your characters are going to choose now and here to spend the night and set up the appropriate watches. What was the watch order again?
I'll go first.
You're first, and who's second?
I think I am.
And Tesla's third?
Yeah, that's what we did.
Hey, Josh, want to go ahead and roll me a d6? Representatively, it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Thanks. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Big mwah. All right.
That's not me.
Nope. Hey, Nick, want to go ahead and roll me a perception check? Don't worry about it.
Oh my God. Stay short, Josh.
We're going to get together again. The three of us.
Oof.
Oh, sorry, I didn't look at your result. So are you happy with your 13 or?
No, I don't think I can do anything about it though.
You can't do anything about it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So with your 13 total, you unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to come across any, discover anything. Give me half a moment. I just need to get my actual result on this. Why is this being weird? There you are. That was weird. I couldn't find that for so long. Yeah, here we are. So I need to roll my. There you are. I'm gonna DM roll this. Yeah, I ain't rolling natty one. So you definitely don't notice anything as it's coming. So one of the nothing's coming. So one of the things that you you do is
Love that wording.
so one of the things that's as you're sitting there, and this is the middle of the night, right? So this is for the first time ever since you've come into Eldamar, after the sun sets, your companions are sleeping, gathering their rest, whatever it might be. You can actually look up into the sky and you can legitimately see the stars. Now, it's not a perfectly clear and open night. There's actually a combination of a few tufts of clouds here and there, which you can see, having their own almost slight luminescent glow to them. Almost like a pink hue, like as if the sun is still just barely beyond the horizon, despite the fact that it's set long, long ago. It still has that slightly pinkish, fiery glow to the clouds up there that are randomly placed and very sparsely located. But beyond those, because this isn't like where you and I live in the real world, Nick, where there's effectively no starlight that exists at all. This is like more like where Jake lives, where there's actual stars that you can see at nighttime. Because Australia is one of the best places to observe the galaxy from Earth. Anyways, so you look up and you can just see just countless stars, similar to how it is when you're outside of the Eldamar, back to the east of here. Just looking up, you can see a blanket of stars. Staring at them, there's almost something about them here. Everything seems to almost have like almost has like a dancing nature to each of the individual stars, to the groups of the stars. It's almost mesmerizing, almost fascinating. It's almost kind of like pulling you into it. Just go ahead for no reason. Make me a will save. Don't worry about it. Do you have resistance to enchantment from being part Perrin?
I am looking at that right now. I believe I have something. I just don't know if it's applicable.
Thanks, hole in the ozone layer. I have never, this is kind of depressing. I've never truly seen a starlit night. Like, I've seen starry nights. I've gone up in Maine and what, but still just the sheer amount of light pollution, even in Maine, is just so great that you can't see a true night's like starry night. Like I have to go out to like the middle of the ocean and leave my country. I'm sure maybe I can go to like Central America, but definitely not on the East Coast.
Yeah, I got a +2 against enchantment effects.
Listen, I'm just saying that at one point in time, I really, really, really need to go and just enjoy it because like I'm too much of a nerd. Yeah, go ahead and roll your check and we'll manually add 2 afterwards.
I'll put it in temp. I got it.
Oh, Nick.
Oh, I haven't rolled anything.
You do have Winifred's Wisdom, which you're welcome to use now or save.
Oh yeah, we'll throw that on there.
Okay,
so we're
+5.
just gonna add 5 to it.
Rolls a 1.
Why is it? It always goes behind Varric's tag on my Roll20, and I can never see what the dice rolls. That was terrible. Holy crap! That's +5, so that's a 14. That is still absolutely terrible.
Okay, so
try and luck it if we've got any.
I don't think there's anything. Yeah, no.
Oh god. Yikers.
That's okay, Chad. I don't love me either.
I love how you play the guilt card. Wait till you guys see how it is that we're going to be using hype trains and whatnot from chat over in the new Inclame campaign that's starting in a couple weeks. It's unique and different, and it's going to make Nick so angry that it's not in his campaign, and he's probably going to whine enough that he'll convince me to bring it over here, maybe. The hard, maybe. Or he'll at least try.
No, I think what's going to happen is you're going to get so tired of working so hard because I roll so poorly, you're going to end it in.
No, I don't care if you die. Get a new character. All right, so...
I mean, is it just that easy to get a new character in this type of...
Hey, Josh. Tap, you're in.
You're this kingdom all the way over here, the silver one.
Yeah, you're silver. No, so back to the game. Oh, look at that, Nick. Is pity coming in? There's pity. We're gonna have to call it Twitch chat pool of pity. Okay, that's what you have to call it in this game. Yeah. Hey Nick, can I get an update to Josh? Can I get an update to the API for this campaign so we can call it the pity pool? I'd appreciate that. Thanks. You get on that.
Can I say one thing? Joey always says to luck it, and he never gives luck.
That's not true. Joey has.
I know.
If I could go back, if I could log
joking.
back, Joey has probably individually given second or third place luck in all of the campaigns. He gives a lot. So I will defend you on that one, Joe. I got you, Joey.
Listen, all I'm saying is every time he says luck it, we don't have luck. Okay.
He also
You
might
know,
just be
call out
talented.
Joey like that, so. Jeez.
Listen, this is what I live for. Okay. I bring the trump cards on myself to take it away from you guys. Don't worry.
Hey Joey, if you want to go ahead and accidentally kill his character in the Patreon game, don't worry about it. So so hey Kudan, you hungry? So back to the game. You Nick, with your total there, you're unfortunately very fascinated by the wonderful, beautiful starry night overhead. Now, fascinated just means you get a minus to your perception checks and are otherwise distracted, right? So, top of being you're distracted, which its own innate penalties, you have an additional penalty beyond that. So you're just kind of like, ooh, at what's going on overhead. This leaves Varix and Tessel, unfortunately, a little bit exposed, if you will, to what might be creeping in and around the tent. There's a chance that is one of you or the other one. I would say that because Tessel comes off as being a little bit more, a little bit less delectable of a treat, it weighs in Tessel's favor. Tessel, can you ask somebody to roll a D100, with it being a 25% chance it's you? It's a 76 to 100, and the rest of it being Jake.
You know, Viking, let's do it. I'll call upon the True Blue. to
True
help his
Blue? He's rolling an 88. Calling it right now. It's True Blue's rolling an 88.
buddy. I'm doing it for Jake.
Oh, come on.
I wanted it for you, Jake. I wanted it for you.
Why you gonna make him hurt him? Like, well, you know what, Jake? It's probably because you shit on his beer. It's probably because you talk about Victoria beer. So,
I mean, everyone does. Even himself, even him. Nobody likes VB.
all right. So, anyways, back to the game. So Jake, you specifically, you're not going to be able to pass this check. I'll allow you to roll a perception check just because in case you roll a natty 20, you're not going to be able to pass it. Go ahead.
5% chance.
Sure.
Cool. So Jake, while you're lying there in your tent, sleeping, there is going to be a situation where something is actually going to wrap its appendage around one of your ankles and start to slowly drag you out of the tent. It starts slowly dragging you out of the tent. Now, obviously, it's sneaking into it was what your first check was for. You were not able to perceive that. Sel, your character is too far away to be able to have noticed anything right off the bat, and Nick's character is clearly very distracted. I'm now going to have to do 3 more rounds of checks. Assuming things pass, I'll be able to then take my actions without anybody being aware of what's going on, and that'll be much more fun for me. First, Jake, you're the one that's being dragged. The DC is a bit higher for you. You have a -5. Feel free to apply that to your miscellaneous or temporary or whatever, because you're sleeping. And roll me a perception check with your -5. Nick, you technically have a -9. If you want to apply that to your character sheet, and after Jake rolls, you're welcome to roll.
Wouldn't he like have a bonus because he's literally being dragged?
No, he's sleeping. It's being done very carefully. Open plan.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds a bit weird
Like-
to me. Just saying, someone's dragging you, but you don't wake up. I don't know about that one. I think that's a reach, Scott.
I'm reaching and dragging you. It's a really good roll, Jake. Is that including the -5?
Yeah.
Wow. Nick, why don't you go ahead and roll yours with your -9? It's going to be in the negatives. No! Oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god.
Whoa.
Nick, are you happy with the 16 or do you want to modify that?
I'm happy with that.
I won't lie. This is genuinely impressive. How did you roll? You only have a -3 total. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. I did not think you were going to pass. Okay. You both actually pass. So, Jake, at one point in time, you wake up and you realize that you're being like, you're like, oh. You wake up and realize the ground is sliding beneath you. You can feel the cold because your shirt's kind of like sliding up or whatever from being dragged from being dragged along the ground. You feel like the cold blades of grass with dew on them and whatnot, kind of like rubbing your back and kind of like waking you up as it's happening. The dragging along is catching your attention. You kind of like stir to and like, what the hell is going on? You know? And you like look down by your feet and nothing is there. There's absolutely nothing pulling you. I'm going to have you roll a separate perception check in a second. So lock and load, but remove your penalty. Nick, you, however, while you're sitting there, just kind of like, ooh, there's a scratching noise happening alongside. And you're just like, it's kind of like weird noise that's catching you. Like, what is that weird noise? Oh, it's so beautiful. I just got to look over just for a second. And you literally see nothing dragging Varix across the open plains. Once again, I need you to go ahead and roll a perception check. This time, because you're still technically fascinated, with just a -4 instead of a -9. Okay, gentlemen, and roll.
Anyone make noise to wake me up?
Always.
Varix, that is absolutely beautiful. So what we notice here is Varix. I actually have to roll. Give me 1 second. That is going to be Varix. You look very closely, and you see that nothing is dragging you. So you kind of like rub your eyes, and you're like looking around, like what the hell is going on? And something catches your eye off to the side. It's not the thing dragging you, but there's something walking over there. You definitely see something walking over there. You're like, what the hell is that? Because it's hard to make out what it is because it's moving through the tall grass. You can't really make out much of its shape aside from the fact that it's long and it's low to the ground. And as you try to like focus in on that before you like react, because I imagine you're getting excited, you want to in a moment, before you react, you're kind of like looking over what that is, and then something catches your eye over here, and you're looking back this way, and you swear you think you see something. Like, it's almost like a distortion of your vision, a distortion of the light around your vision that shows that something is pulling you here, even though you definitely see something else lurking or prowling along over in that direction. Nick, with your 16 total, you literally just see Varix being dragged by nothing into the tall grass. So very quickly kind of like leaving your sight. I imagine you also were to react as well. So why don't we, it's funny, I just got a welcome to the chat room. That's weird. And it says new. So, I'm sure both of you want to react, and Cells wants an opportunity to wake up. Why don't we allow the person who was more awake and alert go first? That's actually Varix.
All right. Well, I was asleep, so I assume my weapon is not strapped to me. So that sucks.
You're also not too terribly far from where you were sleeping. I don't think you carry a tent with you, right?
No, I have a bedroll.
Yeah. So you're not too terribly far from where you're being dragged out of your bedroll, right? It's probably only like maybe 15 feet away. Go ahead.
Okay. Varix, when he realizes something's going on, he yells out. He's like, "What the fuck has hold of me?" And then he probably yell out specifically, "Narim." Whilst he is, can I cast a spell?
I mean, we'll get to rolling initiative in a second, so not quite just yet. So you say, "What the fuck is holding me?" and you call it Narin. Narin, obviously you were already aware and you heard the call out. What do you immediately do? And then we'll roll initiative so that Jake can also cast his spell.
I would probably call out to Tessel and say, "I can't see what's pulling you. We're obviously under attack."
Tessel, I need
If
you to go ahead and roll
if he
me
hears you say that as well, though, he'll say it's there, and he'll point directly where he thinks it is.
-5. The DC's low.
Oh, yeah. Where's perception? Oh, I'm adding it to my mods.
Please don't like still be sleeping. Thank you.
I have 11.
appreciate that. You wake up. So
Wait.
you wake up when they you
Minus
hear.
2 to that.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
You wake up. You hear the call of Naren wouldn't wake you up, but when he's like Tussle, like looking directly at you and calling out to you, you actually will wake up. You come to. And now we're gonna have everybody. We'll go ahead and roll for initiative. Give me 1 second. We're gonna change the map back over to the other one. Oh, I didn't set up a forest map for you guys yet. That'd be fun to do. It's too late at the moment, so we're not gonna do that now.
Do we have tokens, or do we just drag from there? Thing?
You guys have tokens on this page. All your tokens are updated too.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice like that. Except for Tessels. Tessels, I need you to resend me what your new token looks like so I can update it because you still have this.
The token's on the.
I don't know if
character
does everybody remember this trash token?
sheet. No, I already
Is
put
it-
it on my character sheet. I
so-
updated it.
Yeah, but we can all still see that like really bad. that
Yeah,
really
well, if you
bad
delete that and
Photoshop.
if you just
That bad Photoshop.
if you. Oh, it doesn't fix it, huh? I thought I edited it. I did on my.
No. The actual token has to be fixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I need the
Yeah.
image so I can do that bad boy for you.
Yeah, I can send it to you right now. I think. I'll define it. I need to roll initiative, but my character sheet is not loading.
Let me just check my my modifier. Where are you? Where'd you go? Where are you? Oh, there you are. My initiative modifier is plus. Here we are. Oh, I never put the initiative thing inside here. I'll have to grab that. So I'm just gonna open roll it and then I will /r 1d20 plus 3. And then right click and add it. Oh no! No!
It loses its action.
No! To those of you that might be new to this channel, we have a homebrew rule where when you roll initiative, if you roll a natty 1, for that first round of initiative, you actually lose your standard action. For the first round of initiative, if you roll a natty 20, you actually get 2 standard actions. Again, this is by no means a real rule in Pathfinder or D&D. It's just we've always done this homebrew rule. So, oh, that's genuinely upsetting. Oh, that takes the fight out of the beast.
It was super surprised.
For you characters that are woken up from your sleep, just so you know, you still have a fatigue condition if you had it prior. Anyways,
Yeah.
So is that everybody? We're still missing someone. Nick. Oh, Nick, you didn't click your mini.
Oh, I did. I just don't know why the hell it.
You have to actually highlight your mini and then press initiative.
I re-uploaded it to Kajinxi chat.
Cool. I'll grab it later on. Tessel, you wake up. You're still on your back. You can easily spring to action, of course. As I previously described, Jake had only been pulled maybe like 15 feet from his tent over by this whatever this is that's pulling him. That actually is not too terribly far from not his tent, his bedroll. Your bedroll would have been nearby, and Naren wouldn't have been too far off either, having just kind of like been keeping an eye on things. So I have a small visible area for you guys. You can just kind of assume that's where your characters are for now. You don't need the visuals moving on beyond the initial start, right? So for how far you are. So to paint this out for everybody, Varix is literally being pulled into tall grass, like very, very tall grass. So he's unfortunately been kind of pulled from sight. You cannot see him where he is. You're gonna have to go ahead and roll me a perception check to be able to hear him being dragged or the grumbling he's making. Roll that for me right now, sir. And then you can see Naren where it is. Okay, cool. You easily hear where he's kind of pulled into, cursing and whatnot, or whatever he's gonna do in his action. Naren, you can easily see where he was kind of standing out and looking at you and calling and even gesturing towards where Varix is. He's also kind of jumping into action. So Tessel, you wake up and it's one of those things like And you just like jump into action as soon as you wake. Thank God you finally have a moment. Don't fail. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. He's 15 feet away from me. Varric's about.
No, it's not flat-footed because it was also surprising them. It is not going to be flat-footed.
Is
Varric's himself is he's only about 10 feet away from where you are
Okay.
because he was dragged about 15 feet from where his bedroll was.
Are you still pointing at what's like at you, Varric's? Or
Yeah.
You can't see Varric's. You hear him in the tall grass.
Okay. Well, I guess to be safe, I'm gonna spend a panache, and as a swift action, I'm gonna kip up, so I keep my movement.
Cool. Perfect. Smart.
I'd assume swords right next to me, right? It's pretty fair.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna run right towards where Varric's is yelling.
So imagine you like literally just reach out and grab the sword as your action. You're gonna kip up, and then as your move action, you draw the sword from the sheath as you're moving, which is fine. It's free if you're doing it while you move.
Yeah.
And you move that direction. Go ahead. Easily as you move up, you're gonna be able to identify that he's being dragged by. Are you ready for this? Nothing, but something catches your attention. You definitely see something not far off from where it is. A strange prowling creature that's nearby. That you can see. God damn it. That's kind of like walking along. This creature is freakish looking. Long, low to the ground. Its hues are hard to see in this dark light, especially if you're utilizing dark vision right now to see. But the strangest thing about this long, almost cat-looking creature is the fact that off of its hind quarters, there seems to be two large tentacles coming up off of it. You've never seen such a freakish creature before in your life.
Got you. It's so I can't see anything dragging him, but there's just a creature some distance away.
A creature nearby, almost like prowling nearby and keeping an eye on what's going on.
I'm gonna just take my sword and slash at the ground to see if there's something invisible dragging him.
Sure. So you're gonna see if slashing at something invisible there instead. Why don't you go ahead and make your attack roll?
I can certainly do that. Attack. It's a low, but I'm slinging right at the ground.
It's a whopping 14.
Yeah, it's a 14.
Yeah, you unfortunately with a 14, you don't hit anything because there's nothing there.
There's nothing.
There's nothing for you to swing at. You're literally swinging at nothing. Nothing's dragging him.
If there's nothing I can swing at drag him, I just extend my hand to see if I can help grab him if he pulls back.
Sure.
If he gets pulled away more.
Well, you did your move action, your swift action, your standard action to attack, and you want to spend your other standard action to try to help him up to his feet.
I don't have two standard actions.
Didn't you roll 90-20? Oh no, you didn't. No. So that's
my hand just extended.
putting your hand out. Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Varric's, it's your turn. You wanted to cast a spell, and again, you're pretty sure you can see something shimmering nearby, something holding on to you.
How close is it? Is it within reach?
It's on your foot. It's like grabbing your ankle.
So that's what I can see.
Yeah, the thing that's there, whatever it is, that's almost like the displacement of light or whatever it is that's there. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Well, if I can kind of see something, can I just? See, I want to try and. So it's not like I see a creature. I see something like a displacement of light that's is what is pulling me.
Correct.
So I can't really grapple it then. I can't do that.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to cast. Can I cast? Am I technically grappled right now?
I would not say you're grappled. No. You're just being dragged by a leg.
Then. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cast Enlarge Person.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. You just do me a concentration check as you're being dragged along. Concentration check DC 10. Nothing crazy.
Well, that's then. So that's what I was trying to establish if I had to make a concentration check.
It's just
which I don't want to waste. I don't want to. Yeah, but I have a concentration of 3, so while I probably will succeed, I'm not wasting a turn doing
That's
that.
really good odds. You even have Winifred's wisdom if you wanted to.
I'm not gonna waste it on that.
Yeah, really good odds.
Really good is a bit large. of a
Are you
statement.
kidding me? If you roll a 7 or higher, you automatically succeed. That is a 70% chance of success.
Yeah. Do you risk a lot on 30% chance of failing?
Yeah, in D&D, yeah, that's a great odds.
Not wrong, I guess.
I don't know. Don't ever take advice from Scott. That's how you
True.
fail.
Listen, Nick, you're still sour about that spell
Yeah,
I
you
told you
fail.
not to take when you went into the Underdark, and then you came across a whole line of enemies in a tunnel, and you weren't able to turn the tunnel into a grinding, twisting, whipping pathway of death. And you're like, I knew I should have taken that fucking spell. And I was like, well, you chose not to. You're like, I hate you. I'll never listen to you again.
Yes.
It says that I only ever gave you good advice, and you hate it yourself for not listening. So, also
Well,
not
I
sure.
guess I'm gonna attempt to cast it, and you're gonna really annoy me probably. Concentration.
Look at that. See, everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. You're fine. All right. So, you cast your spell, you enlarge person. You get much larger in size. That's just your standard action. You still have a move and a swift if you have anything to do with it.
Can I try and
Crawl away. Pull away.
sure.
Yeah, like I said, you're not actively being grappled per se. So if you want to spend your move action to try to pull your leg free, I will absolutely allow you to do that. It's just going to be a strength check.
I see. A strength check. Right. Well, I have a swift as well, so I'm gonna use my swift first. And blood rage.
Ah.
And then I'll
Bloop,
make my
bloop,
strength
bloop,
check.
bloop. Ah!
Ugh.
He's mad his sleepy guy interrupted.
Okay. So, you the 12.
Tesla doesn't give me a bonus with his outstretched hand.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to spend an action to do it. So, you want to modify that at all?
Kinda.
Go ahead.
Let me see if it works. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Perfect. So being large size with a 14 strength check, this thing grasping you is not able to hold a strong.
I didn't even apply the increase to strength with.
So it's one
enlarged,
higher,
it's
so it's a
an extra
15.
one.
Yeah.
15.
So cool. So being in large size, so a much thicker ankle, right? You went from like a dainty ankle to a cankle. Welcome to my family. And you are kind of pulled away with a good jerk of strength, able to ripping away from the thing. You crawl back like a good 5 feet before you're able to stand up. But most importantly, you're large sized. So you're a big boy now. Awesome. And once again, you now also from standing tall above the grass, easily everybody around you can kind of see you because you're massive. But that also means that you can't really see into the grass very easily. Now, granted, looking down into grass is a lot easier than looking out into grass, right? We all know this if you drop your key in the grass, right? So anyways, you're able to look down into it a little bit easier. So when we get back to your turn, your perception checks are going to be easier than others. Cool. Back to Narin. Narin, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna call for Nabu, and we're gonna try to do.
Nabu would be right nearby, anyways, because Nabu would have there's no reason for it to not to have. Well, I suppose it could have been grazing or whatever. But either way, it comes rushing over to you, no problem.
And we're gonna try the mount check there.
DC 20 ride check.
We're gonna fail that. I'm supposed to be good at something, but somebody's got to
do a great job making fun of Cell. And I just want, you know what?
That's good. Thank you.
You know what? It's really good. It's really good. We appreciate that.
Wait, I was reading chat. I missed something.
Nick?
I haven't even made him cry yet, so
That's
I'm
unlikely to happen, to be clear.
no,
I don't know. I see the orange hair. I think easy target.
no, 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 no. You're unlikely. It's unlikely to happen on camera.
It's unlikely to happen, period.
So, anyways, you
Oh, was middle school that bad? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, dude, middle school.
middle schoolers are straight demons. They are demons. Like
Especially if you're
elementary
any type of
school.
minority.
If you're elementary school is fun. They're cute. There's varying degrees of whatever, but they're cute. There's a degree of innocence. High school, you understand there's a degree of responsibility coming your way. You're angsty or whatever, but you at least understand life is more than what you thought it was. You're in middle school, you are just Satan. You're just like, "Rah." It's all, middle schoolers are the worst. They're not people. They're just demons. Gah. I'm not looking for it. Nick, how far away is your daughter from middle school?
I don't want. We're already having trouble with kids being jackasses, so it's
Yep, fun.
yeah, girls raising girls, fun. Yeah.
Mhm. Fun. I'm looking forward to it. Mine's only a couple of years behind yours, and I think about the same age as Jake's, but I could be wrong there. So anyways, the your turn. You call Nabu over. You spend your move action to stand to climb onto the thing. So you know.
All right, and then I guess I'll use my standard to make a perception check to try to see what the hell's going on.
I didn't make you an actual mini of you on top of the thing yet, did I?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I got to do that for you. All right, so you're gonna make a perception check. Go ahead.
Yeah. If I can find it, because I'm a fucktard. There you go.
All right, so what if they? Oh, sorry. Why am I reading chat? Not what you did. So 14 total perception check. So now that you're up on Nabu, you're also significantly taller. First and foremost, you can see Varix. He's a big boy. Varix, how tall are you usually?
5'10".
5'10". Oh yeah, that's right. You're a big orc. You're like too big of an orc. But you were allowed the extra food because you're the Ashen orc. So being double size, you're almost 12 feet tall, right? I do want to be clear though, as big of an orc as he is, he's still shorter than me. So I just want to point that out so we all know it. Let's move on.
Lies. That's all I gotta say.
So you easily see Varix. You can actually even see Tessel overshadowed by Varix, but kind of like move around the other side of him. You don't see exactly what it was, that creature that they're kind of like referenced or whatever. You unfortunately still do not see it. You have your standard action left. You can use that kind of like moving in if you want.
Sure.
Okay. So you're gonna move into the area. Just kind of like see what the hell's going on. And as you get significantly closer, so you're actually wading through the grass itself and then looking down, now you can finally see the beast I described prior, the one that has this like darkish tone to it, elongated low to the ground, almost like a feline form with the tentacles coming off of its hind side. So anyways, that is what you're able to see so far. Unfortunately, Naren, that's your turn. This creature doesn't have a standard action, unfortunately. This creature doesn't have a standard action, unfortunately, because I rolled a natty 1. But it does still have its move action, and it's going to spend its move action literally kind of jumping and moving away. The thing moves very quickly and very deftly, but it will, of course, provoke attacks of opportunity from you guys as it's doing so. So why don't you go ahead and roll your AOOs.
Sweet.
Of course.
Sel, are you close enough? You are.
I'm right here, yeah.
Yeah. And don't worry about the map at this point. We're going all based off theater of minds. So that's a really good chance to hit Tessel. Who's next?
Give me 1 sec.
Also, Tessel, name somebody in chat to be on reserve.
LD, my mom.
Okay.
That's just creepy.
No, it's not. You don't understand.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand your love. You're right. It's, first, we got
Jake and
Nabu.
Nick. Oh, it's
What the fuck
Nabu.
was that? Yeah.
So you didn't press the attack. You pressed everything.
I hit the beak button. That's
Is there a crit confirm? So if you press
Yeah.
to the right of beak, it shows just the plus modifier chance to hit, and it shows the attack roll without the damage. Either way, that's fine. There's no crit anyway. Wait, why does it say crit confirm though?
Because the charge attack is a different roll.
Oh,
The
but it's not a
charge
charge
attack-
attack. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Cool.
Either way. So so it's just a 17 chance to hit. Cool. And Nick and
So I can make an attack?
yeah, of course.
Okay, sweet.
Sweet.
All right. Can each of you please name somebody in chat for you?
Don't you love these creatures?
Viking.
Of course.
He's the go-to.
Fitz, go ahead.
All
I
right,
have to
so
name someone
all
else?
three of the people that have been named, and Fitz, yours, you're going to roll twice for Nick. All the people that have been named, roll me any die that you want odd to hit. So Fitz, you roll twice. True blue. True.
LD, this is what I need you to roll, not one, okay?
Yeah, Viking. Oh,
LD,
wow,
why would
really?
you waste
really?
it now?
Really? Now? LD? Yeah, LD, you are a useless person. But not to me, just to Sel. Fitz, okay.
Somebody just
So
clip
that's
that
Nabu.
part of it. Scott calling lightning useless.
All right, we need one more from you, Fitz. Any die you like. And this next one's for actual Naren. Really is LD's luck. I know, isn't it?
It is.
I need a natty 1, natty 20. I hate my life. I feel like LD and Nick would just sit there and fail in campaigns together. Oh, look at that, Fitz. You came through. Perfect. So
Nice.
that's both what's his name? Nick Verix and specifically Naren. Your attacks. Wait, Naren, you're 17. Why don't you
Yeah.
boys go ahead and roll your damage rolls, immediately followed up by perception checks.
Unarmed damage is what? A die 3?
Oh, do you have improved unarmed combat?
I don't, but that's why I asked you. I was like, can I make
Oh.
one? You're like, yeah.
Oh no, never mind. Viking wasted
Ah.
his aid.
Yeah, you know, just dodgy advice from the DM, you know.
All right, cool. And I need a perception check from you as well, Tessel.
Oh, yay.
Anybody want to modify their perceptions? Are you happy?
So I get to roll perception?
No.
So-
Oh wait, yes. Don't mind me.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
totally on point right now.
Do you think I should modify it? I don't know what the DC would be at all.
I don't know. See, I'm 3 away from 25, which I feel like would be good, but I don't. I'm not.
well,
I can
if
say
anyone's
this:
gonna modify
Nick
it,
is
it'd be
perceiving something different from the two of you. I can say that. Up to you.
Tessel, go for it.
Okay.
All
I
right.
have a 22.
So, Nick, with your 22, which matches his, one of the things that you notice is you swing and you strike this creature, inflicting damage, which you had rolled 9 points of damage. I'll apply that in a moment. Inflicting the damage with your attack. You notice that as you swing out and you hit this creature, it seems strange because as you strike this large creature here, you swear for a moment, you swear that your weapon did not actually hit it. It looked like it passed through it, but nonetheless, it still actually hit a creature, and it let out like a kind of almost like a growling yelp, like of pain. You felt the hit. You heard the reaction, so on and so forth, but you swear for a moment it passed through. It was very disorienting. It was very, it kind of like threw you off. That being said, Tessa, what you happen to notice from where you are, you swing at this thing and it misses, but something else catches your eye off to the side. You actually can see there is not just the one that you guys are fighting. There's another one, full tilt, charging into combat right now. So I'm going to handle this right now. And I'm going to roll its initiative at the moment. /R, 1d20 plus 3. Full tilt charging into combat right now, coming at the lot of you. So you can actually see that out of the corner of your eye, allowing you to kind of call out a warning, meaning that your party doesn't have to be flat-footed. Adding this to initiative now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Yeah. So you aren't flat-footed, but you're not actually able to react in time. So they will be flat-footed. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I'm a bastard. I'm a bastard like that. All right, cool. Nick, you did your damage to it. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated. How much was it? 9 points of damage?
Yep.
Cool. And I imagine your characters might want to communicate a little bit about the details after I handle this character charge again. About what it was that you just saw, what it is you guys see here. Or actually, Nick, do you want to say anything about what you just saw?
Yeah, I don't know if Narin would articulate it well, but basically he's like, this thing, it's strange. It doesn't appear to be where it is, but I still managed to strike it.
Okay, we'll stop there because obviously you don't want to say too much in a free action. You guys obviously heard that, and literally as you heard that, you're kind of seeing this, and you see that the one is running full tilt in, charging at you guys because you're the only one that saw it. I circumvented your turn. They're still flat-footed. I'm actually charge attacking to jump literally onto the back of Varix, like pounce up onto his back and start raking and clawing and attacking at Varix from behind. A charge attack means I only get to have one attack as per the rules of this game. But I did get a +2 to attack roll. I'm going to do a bite attack. That is...
And minus the AC.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to bite Varix. I'm not sure what Varix is. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Varix, what is your flat-footed AC while raged and large?
And
Very
no
high.
armor.
So you do that. Ah,
I have to decide if I want to daddy's dice this. Oh, I have 0 left anyway, so I can't daddy's dice it. Never mind. I can see it's 0 there. So my 8, unfortunately, means that as it jumps and it prowls and it starts ripping and biting at you, it does actually successfully do this, right, thematically. But as it's biting at you, unfortunately, just like the leathers or whatever you wear, the hide that you wear protectively around your shoulders is actually taking in most of the impact. You can feel the crushing nature of the teeth, but it's not actually able to harm you in any way worth noting. So it is still currently on your back. Tesla, it's your turn. What a waste.
Nice. I forget exactly. I activate the fire on my crown as I'm getting attacked. I forget what we said on that.
You have to actually change your size to large in your character sheet, Varix. I just did for you, because doing so will alter things like your AC. So I just did that for you. What were you saying, sir?
Okay. Does my little thing not already do that?
Oh, maybe it does when you applied this here. You're a large person.
Yeah, when you apply enlarged person, it should.
A large person just says +2 strength, -2 dex.
Maybe
And
the size isn't in
blood
there.
rage just says -2 AC. So
It's stacked. Like if you take blood rage off, you'll see it's still down.
so what's your AC normally? You have 6 from armor.
Take them off. Look.
Yeah. So what is it normally? Do you know?
Oh, it hasn't.
Because now
the
that
size
you're
is-
large,
I
it's a
thought it
-1 to
was
size.
17. I thought.
Yeah, it's because I changed you to large. Now you have a -1 to size.
Okay.
That's why. So once you apply those on there,
My question was, what did we decide on the crown? I forget. Was
There
it a
we go.
swift
that's correct.
or was it a reaction?
The crown, if you're being attacked, is it a reaction? Otherwise, it's continuous, I believe.
Yeah. To turn it on and then it's continuous. Okay.
Yeah,
so-
it's called immediate, but either way.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hit the one that's jumped onto my companion.
Absolutely.
Do I need a 5-foot step to hit it? I assume, or like whatever. Doesn't matter. Map doesn't matter. So yeah, take a step forwards. And I take a swing to this. Swing onto this creature.
You can almost imagine as you go, you kind of call Varix, and Varix kind of like rolls his shoulder to the side, probably getting ready to do whatever he needs to do anyways, but also exposing his back to you, so you can kind of get the attack off on it. Make your attack, sir. Hi, Tannis. Wow, long time no talk. How have you been, man?
Not 20.
43 months.
It was a crit. It was a crit. Not a 20. It's a crit hit though.
That beautiful, first of all, awesome critical hit. I will assume that came from the love from Tanis, which, by the way, again, 43 months, almost 4 years. I think were you like, were you here month 1? Has this channel been an affiliate for, how long have I been an affiliate? I don't even know. I was trying to find that out. Wow. Anyways, so yeah, critical hit, roll your damage, sir.
Yeah. So
Why doesn't it say first for your 14 plus 5 precise?
yes.
Beautiful. 19 points of damage to the one that just appeared behind. Hey, can you just do me a tiny little favor? Don't worry about it. Hey, Tanis, can you go ahead and roll me any die? Any die. It's exclamation point D and then say a die number. D20, D100, D6. You want an odd. Roll anything you'd like. Thanks, Josh. That was very helpful. I appreciate it. You're the best. And then moving forward, just to make this a little bit quicker, we'll allow you guys to roll these, or at least I will for you, okay? Oh, look at that. So he critical hit and strikes at this creature. And here's the fun thing. It's on Jake's back. You thrust forward your sword and you critically swing at this thing. And then you realize, oh God, it must have moved quicker than perception check.
Yeah. And I would have done a slashing motion.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's because it's how I add dex to my attack.
You for a moment you swore you hit the thing, but instead of cutting it, you accidentally cut into the leathers of Daelric and actually give him a bit of a nick on his own skin, missing the creature and barely nicking him. No health points worth of damage, but you know thematically you give him like a cut on his skin, drawing a little bit of blood. Anyways, that is going to be anything else for your turn, Tessa?
Tessa would call out. It like last time. It seemed like I hit, but I didn't.
Ew.
That's I would just call that out, and yeah, that's all I do.
All right, cool. So that would be Daelric. It's your turn, sir. This thing is on your back.
Well, not really, because I shrug it off and I move.
You shrug it off.
Yeah, it's not grappling me, so
It's
he
not.
can piss off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So he shrugs it off,
okay.
and he moves away
Mhm.
and picks up his weapon.
Sure. So you're gonna move over back to where your little tent area is, which honestly, because you have as much of a reach as you have, you literally move over 5 feet, reach down and grab the thing. You barely
Okay, so
even move.
5 foot step to my
5 foot
left.
step. You reach down, you grab the thing, which picking it up is a move action. You still have your standard. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Well, as I've got a higher vantage point, which you said mattered, I'm gonna try and make a swing at where I think that I shrug it off to. Do I get a perception check to kind of base that on?
You can see the creature on the ground. You can see this large feline creature on the ground. You absolutely can see it, no question. The thing you shrug off your shoulders, you definitively see it.
Yeah, but I know these things aren't where they appear.
I mean,
It's
that's
been
not necessarily
stated
true.
multiple times.
Well, yeah, Nick's character had said it, right? But you see the creature that's there. You're welcome to spend a turn to make a perception check to like stop and look. But
Well, I mean that's fucking pointless. So yeah, I'll attack it.
go ahead.
Is
21.
that 20 on the crit confirm?
Yeah,
That
unfortunately,
seems
20
so
was zero. I
bad.
know. I hate the fact that Pathfinder does this. It bothers me.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, Josh, can you just make me a whole Pathfinder? Like, just make me all custom
Oh,
sheets
yeah.
with if thens. Anyways, so go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I attack this thing.
Oh, go ahead. You can go ahead and roll me any die you like, Jake. D20, D10, D5.
Yeah.
Not D5.
Odd to hit.
A normal die.
I'll roll a D1.
Nope.
So you see this thing that's there, and you're like, I know it's not where it is. So you try to outsmart it, knowing it's not exactly where it is. So you try to do a wide swathing attack, but the thing, of course, reacts. You're attacking at it, even if it was kind of a bit of a wild attack, and unfortunately, it does not hit. It does not work. Whatever it is that you're trying to do is not working out. Naran, it's your turn. You were able to strike the thing once before. What's your plan now? Really? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm muted. And I just realized that you changed my name on Zoom, you fucking prick.
Well, you had your first and last name on there. I was trying to be nice.
Oh, yeah, well. Come find me, suckers. Yeah, I'm going to charge the one in front of me. We'll see how this goes.
Go ahead.
So we'll do Nabu first. I'll try not to spam roll everything. Or just not do anything with him at all. And for me, we will do a little Naginata action. And yeah, so that's about it.
Perfect.
Have a nice day. I'm gonna
Bye.
get some cereal.
This
Because
creature
that's-
makes a withdraw action and literally does that disengage, runs away into the tall grass. This creature also makes a withdraw action and yeets out of there into the tall grass. But because of with that second one, because of Varrix's tall height, with the withdraw action, he's actually able to still get an attack of opportunity because he was immediately adjacent to Varrix. So while the first square is not provoking an attack of opportunity as per the withdraw action, the second square still would. So Varrix still gets an attack of opportunity against the creature, even though it's making the withdraw action running off. Is the orange-haired man doing well? We all know the answer to that question, no matter who it is that you're referring to. And the answer is ask their psychologist. As for that 20 total chance to hit, why don't you go ahead and roll me any normal die there, Jake? Ooh! Yeah, boy. Roll your damage.
You can probably you can deal some good damage on him.
I'm not power attacking though.
Ooh. That is some damage, boy.
Almost
actually-
max.
Legitimately harm that thing. Either way, so they were both had used the withdraw action to run off into the tall grass, immediately kind of like running off, leaving the three of you behind. Please go ahead.
I honestly just prepared for one to like try to jump out at me. I prepared an attack.
Okay.
I guess we'd all kind of be looking around, not expecting that it's just over. If nothing happens for a while, Varys will say,
Who said it's over? I can just click this and it's back.
yeah, we'll do it.
Well,
That's why.
good.
You're gonna
Varys
wait.
says-
Yeah.
Varys
No,
says
he doesn't
what?
say anything. So
Cool.
he's waiting to see if anything is happening.
Awesome, Naran.
Yeah, I'll probably try to resecure the perimeter of our little camp of where we're at. And other than that, I'm not going to try to pursue these things through the tall grass in the middle of the night. So,
Elaborate on resecure the perimeter. By what means do you intend to do so?
so basically, Nabu and I are just going to do a circuit right around our little camp a few times, trying to make perception checks.
Absolutely. You can go ahead and make a perception check for me. Go ahead and do 2, just for funsies, and then we'll continue on.
All right, man. So here's 1. 15. All right. Let's do another one. Be equally as unimpressive. There you go, 19.
So a good handful of minutes pass with you, of course, making rounds, occasionally checking the corners, running bouts here and there, checking it out. Tesla and Varrix remaining close together. Varrix, your spell was probably run out at this point in time because, like I said, it's been a handful of minutes. And obviously, you would have allowed your rage to run off anyways, because it just runs off. I can't hear you. But you
I would have ended it.
yeah. As your characters are waiting, but after a handful of minutes, you don't see any sign of these creatures, as well as they don't attack again.
They
Fuck
seemed
the
like
tree. I want to go home.
they seemed like ambush predators. They didn't scare any of us, so they chose to retreat.
What's next?
Next thing, a bird's gonna grab us off the ground.
Loses
Look
tab.
to the sky.
I mean, we're still fatigued, so if you want to try to move through 4 hexes in Eldamar while fatigued, starting off,
We have to finish the rest still.
yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just my motivation for scouting this tree is I've had enough.
You won't hear me argue against returning.
All right, it's one of those. You guys gave up first, so I'm not the bitch. I'm good.
How does he phrase that in game?
In game, so it'd be more of a
Like,
well,
two
if
against
you,
one.
yeah, if you two feel you can't go any further, then I'll escort you home.
Wow! You didn't even like take the W. You like had to like rub it.
You know, Naren, remind me to take you through mine one day.
No. I fail enough in my own terrain. I'm not going into yours.
So I imagine you still finish your rest for the evening, though obviously kind of like doubling down your efforts of watching and whatnot. The likelihood of them striking you again is very slim. Why don't you choose somebody in chat to roll a D100? It's a less than 10% chance that they would do it again. Who do you want it to be, Sal?
Who's in here? Let's do Josh. We can do Josh.
Josh, D1000. No, Josh, we want a D100. What's the matter with you, man?
I believe Josh will do me right.
He did you pretty decent. Yeah, for a little guy, Josh climbs up to the challenge. Never mind, it's you. Never mind.
Yeah, I bet they're like the same height.
Lateral
Right?
playing field. So anyways, your characters are able to rest the rest of the night and seem to be undisturbed. One of the things I do want to point out, whoever it is that's on that last watch, which I think is actually Tessel, gets to see the sunrise happen. You, in all of your years, and mind you, you get to watch the sunrise over a mountain, right? Which, if you've never in real life seen a sunrise over a mountain, it's genuinely majestic. It's a truly beautiful sight. Now, granted, I'm seeing the Appalachians. This isn't a real mountain. This is like hills that we like to call a mountain to feel important in the eastern U.S. Not real mountains.
I live near the tallest peaks of the Appalachians, to be fair.
Well, okay, you maybe you can feel important, but anyways, I got to see it down by the Smoky Mountains, which is beautiful down in Tennessee.
They're really nice, and then like when the sun's rising or setting, so good.
It's gorgeous, darling. Anyway, so you get to watch, your character gets to watch that kind of shit all the time, right? The sun rising east over the mountains. You're watching it rise over the forest, but again, something about this place, just watching that sun rise, it's truly, genuinely mesmerizing. Again, it's that same idea, which is your character's just watching those colors come up. It's almost like watching Bob Ross, right? Like you can just see all those little poofs of color and those happy little accidents that just think you can feel your character having a little smile kind of.
And then I see a
your face.
giant flame elemental coming out of the forest, right?
Well, no, don't worry about that. So, anyways, it's genuinely beautiful to watch. It's captivating. It's fascinating to see. So the same idea when your characters wake up and you see Tesla in the morning, just kind of like staring off and watching the tail end of that sunrise. I'm not saying that your character necessarily has to have a teardrop falling from the beauty of it, but it definitely is one of those moments where if a character is reactive in such a way to things like that, that would be happening, right? So two of your characters would get up and see him staring off that way. And Naren, you obviously would be able to kind of pick up pretty quickly that Jake, go ahead and roll me a sense motive. Nara, you'll be able to pick up pretty quickly that you know what that look is because you experienced that only so many hours ago as you were mesmerized by just the beauty of the stars the night beforehand. Varix, he's dumbly staring off at the sky.
Yeah.
He has no
Um,
culture. He's from the Barren Lands. Okay, let's be honest.
You live in a mine.
I don't live in a mine. Okay,
Uh,
I live
Mo-
near mines.
I would just call out to Cell pretty aggressively. So,
Who sell?
whatever the fuck you guys, Tessel. Sorry. I keep seeing every time I look at your name, I think of tassels. You dated too many strippers.
Oh
Um,
God. There was that one promise that I would have to decide if he has what was it? It was Intercession Zero. Someone can go back and find it. It was related to, I think nipple rings or something. Scott made a joke about it forever.
Probably. It sounds like something I would do.
So anyway, sorry then. It is a beautiful sight.
yes, I know it is. Just to be clear, that's basically how we got ambushed last time.
Well, doesn't seem like it happened this time.
Fair enough. I assume we're moving out then.
He nods, huh?
All right, I get to take this fucking debuff off my sheet. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. To speak to Nori real quick, I just read all the rules pertaining to attack of opportunity. It doesn't say anything specifically there, so unless there's more specific rules pertaining to displacement, saying otherwise, there are no rules in under attack of opportunity that would suggest what it is that you're that would confer what it is that you're suggesting. Confer, just take it for confirm what it is that you're suggesting. So your characters kind of like wake up in the morning. You can see it's only a handful of miles away. It would only take you a couple hours to finish the trek over to the base of the tree if you wanted to do that. You have no idea what dangers or wonders would lie between here and the base of that tree. That tree is so massive, who knows what's there? I mean, you're at least all smart enough to know that everything is part of an ecosystem, and that tree is large enough to be its own ecosystem easily. So you have no idea what's there. I believe your decision was to leave and to head straight back home. Excuse me. But obviously, with it being morning, the pale sunlight kind of gives people a new refreshing. Of course, fatigue is gone. Refreshed outlook, refreshed vigor. You can see how far it is. You have daylight around you. Would your character second guess last night's Frightened's decision, or would you want to? No, we made that decision out of wisdom. We're returning home.
How close is it?
Again, a handful of miles away, so still a couple-hour walk. To be clear, it's not
We're all
like
mounted,
it's not like
though.
it's like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, we're all mounted though, right?
I gotta keep remembering the mounts because like whatever it was that attacked you last night, easily could have just eaten a mount. But I always forget.
Yeah,
that
I'm not mounted.
You keep forgetting those
I
mounts.
have the same speed as my mount. So
We got
seeing how
attacked
close
last night.
the tree was, you go. So
We got attacked last night by strange creatures that are just as strange as those in the forest. But we don't have Naran's expertise on these creatures. I believe it was one of you two that said it is unwise to go rushing at an enemy. Well, there's enemies all around and we'd be rushing right towards the center of them.
Another way to look at it is we're going to get attacked by strange, unknown things regardless. We might as well see if there's a windfall right in front of us.
Rather the poison you know than the poison you don't.
Let's be clear. With my rolls, do you really think we know what's coming for us?
we're closer than I thought. We'll reach it in a few hours.
Then it's best to start riding.
Naran, if You know the forest to an extent, but the forest seems to hold many secrets. I will go with what you decide. Is the risk worth it?
Well, as long as we don't die, it's always worth it. Let's move.
All right.
Your characters hop onto your mounts, the two of you at least, and one of you just kind of stretches out his shoulders, stretches his hammies, so on and so forth, and you start getting prepared to travel a little bit further, that last couple mile gap, a few mile gap down there. It's honestly only going to take you about 2 hours to go, and it's not like you need to make a survival check to get there. It's there. You can see it, right? So you easily know where it is you're going. As you're traveling from point A to point B, why don't you all go ahead and roll me a perception check for each of your characters. Also, I believe, Jake, you did not use the winning that was given to you by Keegan.
No, didn't I still have it?
Cool. Just Naren did. And nobody loves Cell, which was clearly defined at birth. So,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Did I fail?
there's really no failure in this.
Okay.
It's just a matter of what it is that you kind of
Oh my
taking.
god. If I'm rolling the best, this is sad.
I mean, it is sad. Hi, cat. Hi. Her
The cat's
face
alive,
is,
guys.
Her face is like pressed up. Here, let me see if I can do this for you. Hold on. What are you caught on? What the hell are you caught on? Stupid wire? I'm just gonna tug at you and hope that works out. I totally was a good thing that just happened there. Let's see if I can do it. And that Reese's box is still there. Should probably get rid of that Reese's box.
Run
I
away, you fuzzy
Oh.
little ball of death. You spiteful puking cat.
She must have been camera shy because she's totally just had her face like squished into one of those little diamonds there, like pressing its way in or whatever, and she just left. She's always begging for food. It's so annoying.
Oh god. All I remember is just like Scott and I would go out to parties when we lived together, and we would come back to the apartment, and because we were gone, the cat would be mad, so it would eat all of its food, climb to the highest fucking point in the apartment, and then just puke off of it every time. Such a shitbag cat.
There it is.
You think she can tell I'm watching? Is that?
Maybe you're gonna do the face squishy thingy.
Yeah, Nick, that's why I want to sleep on your face. You see me? You see me? I'm going to suffocate you. That's what I see every time.
She's put on so much weight because all she does is beg for food. It just never ends. Wow! Wow! I'm like, can I just feed you arsenic? Can we just end this? How old are you now? Anyways. All right. So, hey cats. Listen, I don't want any harm to come to you because you're a living creature and you should be respected as such. But I'm just going to say it's going to be a very quick ceremony. A very quick ceremony. All right. Like
There were several years where Scott thoroughly loved that cat, just to be clear.
And then I had to give it up, and I remembered because I've always hated cats, but I liked that cat, and I gave it up because cats are gross, and I couldn't have it. And I got it back, and I'm like, I remember cats are fucking gross, so gross. Ugh. All right, back to the game. Poop outside. So, your characters finished making that way down there. So again, you see all sorts of different sights up. The number of creatures you see flying about overhead is absolutely majestic. So there's like the huge swaths of birds you see just dancing in a like a cascade, almost like it's a choreographed dance that they're doing as they're swirling around overhead. Different species, different types of birds and whatnot that you can see over there. You can actually specifically Neldorath, which named Naren. You can actually occasionally see a bird that would catch your eye as being almost like a falcon, but you realize, that's not anywhere near as close as I originally thought it was. Like that is a significantly larger falcon or hawk that is significantly further than I originally thought it was, leading you to believe that this thing is just absolutely massive. A little bit frightening. Does anybody want to modify their rolls, or are you happy with what you have?
I'm happy.
Yeah. Nick can if he wants.
I can't modify it enough to be meaningful.
Are you sure?
No, unless, I mean, I'm at a 15, so max luck would bring me to 19. I
Okay.
don't think I have any winnies.
19 is better than a 15.
You're just trying to get me to spend my luck points.
We don't have a lot of luck, so I guess maybe keep it.
Nick's in your campaign. You don't have a lot of luck.
Yeah, I know, there's none. Yeah.
Last time actually we rolled, we had 0. So
Did you guys tell him what all the PCs of the other campaigns have said about him?
Oh, y'all
Nothing.
talking shit now, huh? No, I'm just
They said you broke Aurorum. That ever since your arrival, that the dice do not roll the same way that they used to. that you broke
it's not wrong.
the game.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
in a dark age of dice rolls.
Legit, I'm just a permanent trump card, right? So, no, or whatever it's called.
trump card. Yep, that's
Yeah.
correct.
You're worse than a trump card.
Did
Yeah.
you want to tip the balance to the dark side? Did you want to go ahead and use a luck die or no?
Fuck it. I'll see if there's anything in there.
Hey, look at that. What are the other things that you notice from sitting atop of Nabu, which is a nice little vantage point, certainly taller than squat little Daelrics can see. That is short little 5'10", not even 5'11". What a clown. So one of the things
How
that
tall
you can
did you
see
say you
from
were
the
the
top-
other day again?
I am 5'11".
How tall
I
did you
said
say
I
you
was
were?
5'11". My math was a little off when I was referencing other numbers that weren't 5'11". So,
Okay.
excuse me, I'll just take care of this. There we go. Okay. So one of the things that you guys notice as you're traveling your way through the area is that you actually notice that you are not what's what I'm looking for, unobserved. Like, never mind the creatures that are naturally flying about. Never mind the creatures that natively live here, right? You also know for a fact, looking off to the side, specifically Narin, that there is a decent-sized group of Hafue not too far from here. That as you're like traveling along, you look over and you see them. And it's at first they just kind of notice, and then one of them like notices you, kind of gestures to a couple of others, and they like stand up and are looking over like, these motherfuckers. What the fuck are these motherfuckers doing up in our neighborhood? And so they definitely notice your characters traveling along. As for how many you see, with your total being an 18, it's hard to make a count. I'll allow you to do an intelligence check for a guesstimation.
Okay.
All I have to say is life sucks and I'm a millennial.
So with your intelligence check, you're actually pretty quickly able to discern that there's just kind of like try to count out the little movements that you see as far away as they are, that there's about 24 of them out there. They're not necessarily being aggressive yet, but you definitely see that there's a number of about 24 Hafue out there. At this point, because I imagine you want to bring it up in game, we should probably invite Jake back in.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I get to return to
Go ahead, Nick.
So I'll be like, how would I put this? Would you say there were 24? About
Correct.
24.
Correct.
So there are about 24 Hafue that have spotted us.
Where are they?
He gestures off to the side where they're, less than half a mile away.
Interesting. Are they coming from the tree or from a different direction?
To the side, like almost like they're enjoying the shade of the tree, without being directly. Well, actually, no, because the sun rises east. They wouldn't be under the shade, would they? Because the sun would be this side. So, but they're between the forest and the tree, right? So, from where you are, just to your north. The tree is, of course, wait, hold on, look at the map. Actually, I'm not speaking incorrectly here, because I probably am. One moment. You're traveling south to the tree. So, they would probably be to your west, but still north of the tree, just like you are. And at this point in time, you're probably only like a mile from the tree. And you can start seeing like the huge, massive roots as they're growing out. The roots themselves being just like these massive structures that grow out in a way. There's areas leading up to the tree where a root just kind of like rises up from the ground and drops back into it. Like even a mile out, you can see that.
Interesting. I think I'll just kind of will slowly keep going while maintaining a distance, and if it looks like they're starting to become aggressive, then we'll probably just circle back to the forest. That's my game plan. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Well, we'll follow your lead. This is your backyard.
We already got chased once by them. We couldn't lose them. Is it worth risking them chasing us again? Further
Well,
into the forest?
To be blunt, we've already been sighted, so
Still your lead.
So one of the things that you can do, because you're heading south and they're technically to the east of you, so north of the tree, is you can just continue heading south with the plan of never stopping and just kind of like looping back to to the west of you, looping back to the east, which is where the forest is. But that just means you're kind of preparing yourself for like a hard run in case they give you a chase.
sounds good. I don't know if that would put us in a position, but if we're gonna wind up running, I want to try to put us in a position where the sun was in their eyes as we're fleeing. So I don't know if that's doable.